my cultural heritage poster. On the far right is my friend's culture, just to compare it to like mine. The middle is like my kind of family tree of music, mostly like the types of music my family has enjoyed since my grandparents, and then some fun facts. So starting with my music heritage, I guess, here in the middle, I've collected artists and genres that my family has previously and still does listen to. So on my dad's side, it's a lot of country and some rock. And then my dad, he always listened to reggae, some alternative, some rock. That was pretty much my whole childhood growing up and listening to that music. And then on my mom's side, her dad listens to like only like old country, like Johnny Cash and all that stuff. So I definitely grew up with some of that in my life too. My grandma Margie, my mom's mom, she pretty much listens to everything. She really enjoys like going to like different smaller singers and singing them. Some of them are from like different countries, and she goes with a lot of her friends who are like Cambodian or Japanese. She goes to like different concerts that are like part of their culture, and so she pretty much listens to everything. One of her favorite singers is Elvis, though. That's pretty much the only American singer she really listens to. There is this French woman who sings like opera that she really enjoys, and every time I go to her house, I basically have memorized some of those songs. My mom listens mostly just to like Christian gospel music, but when we were younger, we definitely listened to a lot of 80s music and some 90s, mostly 80s. But I guess you could say like my culture is very diverse. I'm not like, I don't have a specific culture because I'm like a mixture of different things. And so it's mostly American music. We do listen to a lot of reggae, but that's still American music. So yeah, I guess some reggae is like Jamaican and stuff, but yeah. Basically, my culture is a bunch of randomness. But some of the people who have influenced my like enjoyment of music, on my dad's side, my great grandpa was from Mexico, and his family was very into like singing, playing instruments, and just embracing music in their culture. But he passed away early, so we didn't really continue any of those. My uncle, he is in a band and plays bass, and just very musically talented. He always encouraged us as kids to like play instruments. He can play any instrument basically given to him, and he also like makes some instruments. He's made a few different bass guitars and like guitars in general, and he also designs different pedals. They're really cool, honestly. He has like something to engrave on them and put designs. And then his brother was a music producer in Brazil, but he's come back and he does his own like stuff on the side here, and he's worked with Katy Perry's pianist. I don't even know. And let's see. Yeah. My mom always played classical music for us growing up just because it's like good for your brain, it helps stimulate it and everything. And so she always encouraged us not only to like listen to it, but also to play it for ourselves. She likes to be like being well-rounded. And so I grew up and I played guitar, cello, and violin, and a little bit of piano, but not much. It was mostly self-taught for the piano. And I did used to read music notes, but I kind of lost that once I stopped playing instruments in high school. So I played violin from elementary school until middle school, and I played cello from elementary up until high school. And I really like playing cello. I just didn't ever keep my cello that I used to have, but I do play guitar still. So that's basically my culture and what has influenced, I guess, my life. Oh, and then since I'm mostly American, like a hodgepodge of things, I guess, I interviewed my friend who came from like the Philippines when she was 7, just to see like how different music plays a role in our life. But for her, in the Philippines, they really use music as a way to like bond as a family, like singing together, family parties. They play like karaoke all the time. So that's very different from my family's culture, and we use sports in America more to bond, and in the Philippines they use more like music. And then I asked my friend about like how her family's music has impacted her, and she still listens to a lot of their music even though she's been here for like 11 years. Mostly like music that her parents listen to. But let's see. Also, her family like plays a lot of instruments, and my friend can play like any instrument handed to her also, and she really has a knack for it. So yeah, it just shows that in her culture they definitely use it more as a social kind of way to bond. But yeah, that's about it.